dear people, good evening and welcome back to Danny AFC TV. And when I say oh dear people, that's only if you're Scottish. If you can, what I mean, eh? Shouts out to all the real ones. Please be in the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if one happens to be new. Scotland fans, wow. McTominay missed the chance in the 96th, 97th. One more header, you thought, oh, could that be a handball check? And then suddenly, Hungary run the other side and score. Unbelievable. But anyway, I'm not going to go into fine dividing lines, etc., with nations like Scotland. What I will say is, whether it was Hickey, Tierney, maybe even the young striker that plays for Liverpool, is it Ben Doak? You probably need every kind of asset that you've got if you're Scotland. We've all seen England having all of their woes and troubles, etc., trying to get some Euro success and World Cup success on the people at Southgate. Lee Akers, my God, is my... Should I get the glasses on? Am I seeing right? Is that Akers? There is people outside the window. I might have to investigate this one. The dog's out. Dog's up. I'm sure it's all good. Lee Akers, what's good? Oh, mate. That's why you wouldn't bet on a nation like Scotland. Lee Akers, my captain. What's going on, brother? Good to see you're back. Sunning yourself down in Spain. How was Spain? Will you be back there soon? I actually didn't catch most of it, but my house was like Piccadilly Circus for a minute. Shouts out to Jay on that one. And then he was showing me recordings from his holiday from Bangkok, courtesy of his GoPro, which GoPros are definitely good. Well, go on, Jean Arby, Lee Akers. What was the Germany score? Man, I totally forgot they were playing. My phone is froze. Spain was great. Shame to come back. Wow. Well, these things happen, Lee. These things happen, especially if you're a Londoner. 1-1, yeah? Another game you wouldn't have bet on. Fulkrug scored in the 93rd minute. And Ndoye's looked good for Switzerland so far, hasn't he? Ndoye has looked very good. Did think Scotland should have been given a pen. Didn't really see it. Oh, you're joking. 1-1. You are joking. I've already just... Who scored? Oh, you're talking Germany. Okay, I thought you were talking Scotland. I was like, bro, sorry, I just see it to the end. Mexico 1, Jamaica 0. Now, I didn't do a watch along, yeah, but I couldn't believe it. Lee Akers, John Arby, yeah. Bro, Antonio scores for me, which is a perfectly good goal. If there wasn't VAR, obviously, because it's another millimetre. VAR rule it out. Mexico go and score, but it wasn't any kind of goal either. It was a thunderbolt. USA start at 11, so if I'm still live in an hour, I might roll over into the USA versus Bolivia. Yes, if anyone knows how the group actually goes, UE, shouts out to you, real one. Motherland. We know what we've got to do as well, bros. Let's just get into the remaining fixtures. So let's go Monday. Croatia, Italy, Albania, Spain. Obviously, both 8 p.m. kickoffs. They have to be all at the same time. And for the South American interest, 2 a.m. Uruguay, Panama, and Colombia, Paraguay. Not the greatest games. Let's go on to Tuesday. Denmark, Serbia, England, Slovenia. It's 4 games on Tuesday, guys. France, Poland, Netherlands, Austria. And in the Copa America, which I will cover, Brazil versus Costa Rica at 2 a.m. and Peru, Canada. So Tuesday's looking busy. Wednesday must be Motherland Day. It is Slovakia versus Romania, 5 p.m. Ukraine, Belgium, 5 p.m. And 8 p.m. obviously simultaneously, guys, you'll have Czech Republic and you'll have Georgia. Czech Republic, obviously the motherland, Turkey. And you'll have Georgia versus Portugal. Portugal. I can't see them playing the Cristiano Ronaldos, but I do see people like Antonio Silva, the 19-year-old centre-back for Benfica, playing. And I do see people like Neves definitely starting. Arsenal, incidentally, have been linked with Jorge Neves. Arsenal, guys, is the writing on the wall? Is a couple of things clear? It is called the transfer show, so we will get back to all European or Euro 24 and Copa America 24 matters soon. I want to jump straight into the throats with Arsenal fans regarding a couple of things transfer-wise, transfer news, something that I've heard, something that I do believe in, because, guys, we've got no likes. Get some likes on the video. Obviously, Arsenal being Arsenal, we don't like or enjoy it when we have competition for players. Sesko, I heard, was done for quite a while, and then there was a bit of a U-turn for whichever reason the U-turn was, and he signed a new deal with RB Leipzig. We waited, I've been told again on authority, for months and months and months for this glorious decision from the great midfielder himself, Martin Zubimendi, at Real Sociedad. Now, I've been told, he said, thank you, Arsenal, but no thank you. He wants to stay at Sociedad. And if a big club came in Spain, Real Madrid or Barcelona, listen, Doug, leave your paw alone. He would, of course, consider it. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to put the stream out there. Chloe's giving it fucking something about going fucking sleep. Say what? I don't know what that means. So what I'll do is I'll just put my link on it up on Twitter. There you go. That's what you do if in that. And let me just quickly run over to WhatsApp. Someone's liked the video. Thank you, guys. 5 of us here. Let's get some comments in. Do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing. If one happens to be new, shouts out to Easy. Been speaking to him all the way from Turkey. Oh, WB's already asleep. So I doubt the missus can actually just text me. WB's asleep. Ach, me, he's really gone northern, isn't he? He's turned his life differently. Like, sleep by 8 p.m. Oh, mate. It's like that. Right, hold on. Danny Akers, what you say, my G's? We're all good, bros. Everything's fantastic. What's Scotland the brave? Scotland getting beat is a very brave, very funny, very hilarious. This is a Scotland thing to do. Again, it's called The Transfer Show. Chloe, what's happening, lass? She came in even though her husband ain't here. Shout out to you, the Northern's finest. Look at the smile of the fucking emojis on the smile. Them gnashers, them teeth. Look at the size of that smile. Northern life is hard. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Who sent me a WhatsApp? That's you, Chloe. Right, guys, I'm going to jump into some bits that we sort of know or don't know. 26-year-old Victor Gyökeres, the Coventry striker, failed at Swansea. I think he had a spell at Sheffield Wednesday. Might have had one at Torquay, Dundalk, Arbroath, Ayr United, Hearts of Midlothian, Aberdeen, Arbroath, Ayr United, and Kilmarnock. But the much travelled Victor Gyökeres has had one good season in Portugal. Yes, one good season means Arteta might like you, even though you've been in England for the last 4 years doing absolutely fuck all. Had a good season. Get out, Chloe, love. Fucking love. Mwah. To the working crew. I hear it's very close, but Arsenal will not pay the release clause of 80. I'm going to pick this up, Doug. Of 85 million pounds. Arsenal want to do a deal closer to 75 million pounds, which would obviously not be a 75 million pound down all at once, maybe more like 50 million pound and 25 million smackers in add-ons. Sahoy Gurasi, 17 million pound, 28. Who does he play for? I always forget. It's not Stuttgart. I don't know. He plays in the Bundesliga. He's 28. I'm not mad interested in him, but he's got a 17 million pound release clause. 50 million pound Nico Williams. Arsenal, Chelsea, Newcastle, Liverpool all are involved in a tussle for Nico Williams. Mikel Merino, guys, 28, playmaker. Newcastle have been linked with this guy, but Arsenal are involved. Barcelona, it isn't public, obviously, but Barcelona publicly in Spain is coming out in, well, I can't remember. I was going to say Le Quick, but that's French, the newspaper. The French newspaper, is it Bild? I can't remember or something. Is saying Barcelona are scared Arsenal will be their main competitors for the 25-year-old playmaker likened to Santi Cazorla. He plays for, who does he play for? Merino. Why do I think he plays for, he's an attacking midfielder. I think he plays for Real Sociedad as well. Funny, we're linked with another Real Sociedad midfielder. Arsenal have bid £10 million for Semir Kılıçkaya. Obviously, we know he is their Besiktas striker. Do we believe on international duty also? Joshua Kimmich fancies a move to the Premier League, and London is the target. Arsenal and Chelsea have been offered the services of Joshua Kimmich. Xerxes has agreed deal to personal terms with Manchester United, but hasn't ruled out any other clubs making bids over the next coming days. So Xerxes has agreed a personal terms with Man United. Man United just have to agree the release clause, clearly with Bologna. Conor Gallagher, guys, I'm telling you, I'm going to be right. Arsenal are funding Chelsea again. Conor Gallagher to Arsenal, £50 million. Arsenal have got a stable £20 million offer for Jacob Kiwior on the table, believed to be from the Italian Serie A, possibly Juve or AC Milan. Allegedly, word from Arsenal is Arsenal want double for the Polish centre-back come left-back. Ryle Walters and Mario Duberry are saying goodbye to Arsenal. Lack of game time, lack of debuts, well, especially in Mario Duberry's case, the winger is on his way. Fabrizio Romano has said this kid could be special. I won't really listen to what he said anyway. Kieran Tierney wants to go back to Celtic on loan. Now, I hope this ain't true. I'm hearing the kid is slightly, he's not a kid anymore. But Braveheart, I wear short sleeves on the cold day. He's a bit depressed. He doesn't want no superstar money. He just wants a return north of the border to where he feels safe and comfortable and wanted. Celtic have already put it out there. They couldn't afford a fee for the Scottish left back. But the worst thing is, I feel so hot. Is it because of me? Or are you live on the old Tuckers? I'm banned from Tuckers until the 25th, another day at least. Where was I? KT, yes, slightly depressed at life with football and injury woes. He wants out and back to Scotland where he feels safe. I have a feeling if we don't get a cash money offer for KT, we might even grant that. Arsenal, Man United and PSG are all monitoring the situation of João Neves. Obviously, he is starring with Portugal now at the Euros. I do expect him to start the third game. Portugal are through. I expect him to start against, Georgia. Barcelona expect Arsenal to battle all the way to their bitter death for Mikel Merino, the, I do believe, 28-year-old Real Sociedad attacking midfielder. Ruud van Nistelrooy is still in the running to become Burnley's new manager. Fulham have made approaches for Chelsea centre-back Trevor Chabloa and Emile Smith-Rowe of Arsenal. Lewis Ferguson could be the next Scottish man on his way to the Premier League. Palace and Fulham have inquired over the services for the Bologna midfielder and everyone at Bologna. Andre Trindade, £50 million available. He plays as a defensive midfielder. He's 22, almost 23. Brazilian, has made his debut for Brazil, couple of caps, and he plays for Fluminense. Has been linked to Arsenal and Liverpool in the past. Man City, I repeat, yes, Man City have agreed personal terms with Bruno Guimaraes. Now they've got a fresh out deal with Newcastle, man. Bayern Munich have won the race for Michael Olise, the Crystal Palace winger. £55 million is believed to be the price. Bernardo Silva allegedly is next for Bayern Munich. Leroy Sané is going to find himself possibly out the door. £50 million is the required amount from the Bundesliga, not champions anymore. Big boys. Man United have bid £50 million for Amadou Onana. Allegedly, they've also upped their £40 million offer to £55 million for Gerard Braithwaite. Liverpool are set to enter the race for Florian Wirtz. Liverpool and Real Madrid allegedly are monitoring the situation closely. £37.5 million deal done. Ian Maddison to Aston Villa. Jean Arby, I think, was the first person that told me about him. Shouts out about the deal. I knew about him. Chelsea have bid £40 million for John Duran. Word on road is in Villa is Duran does want to move away, because he believes he's better than Ollie Watkins and knows he will not get game time over Ollie Watkins next season. So, yes, Duran, a bit of exclusive here, because I mentioned him a couple of times on my streams last year. I like the look of this John Duran, the Aston Villa centre-forward 19. Aston Villa are set to release Philip Coutinho. He is a free agent at the end of this month. Briaz Mendes, sorry. No, he's the Sociedad playmaker. So who does that cunt that we're linked with play for? Mikel Merino. I can't remember. Valencia or someone then. But here is the Real Sociedad playmaker. His name is Briaz Mendes. He's been linked to Aston Villa, £22 million. Newcastle have bid £20 million for, believe it or not, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Word on road is Chelsea actually want him. Chelsea monitor the Xavi Simons and Nico Williams situation, as Michael Olise has very publicly turned them down. And João Felix, a guy I know that Jean Arby likes, is available at a discount £25 million. Even you can have him on loan for a season and then pay the £25 million that would be due to Atletico Madrid. Shouts out to all the real ones. Please be getting the likes on the video. Let me just see this. Do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Shouts out to Jean Arby. Yeah, TikTok just brutally pissed me off with that treatment, John Arby, seriously. And yeah, obviously, as we know, it's a little bit quiet around there. Like, it's nuts. Yeah, ever so annoying. I'm just replying to this message, and I will be back. Jean Arby on fire as always. My phone does love to go a bit fruity, especially at 10 p.m. for whichever reason. It is badly, disastrously quiet out here. Shouts out to all the real ones. Do be hitting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. And let me just sort out that message. I'm so sorry. Only seems to be you here, John RB. Yuri was here. Chloe was here. Where's everyone gone? I've just been asked if I've taken a number down, right, John RB? I've changed my jurisdiction. I'm going Holland. But they're my dark horses. I proper fancy Holland as well. But the thing is, bro, do you know what it is? For years, and you can't, it'd be a bit unfair. They always seem to have a bit of like an argument in the camp. Some like years ago, it'd be like the black players sometimes, Ruud Gullit, or a Patrick Kluivert. There would seem to be some sort of racism going on in the camp. This year, I wonder: is it sometimes the right players? I wonder, bros. Let me just text that. I wonder, like, would Timber be in the team? How about Ian Maddison? Couldn't he be a contender at left back instead of Aki? Aki going into the centre. De Ligt doesn't seem to start. De Vries and Van Dijk does. At right back, he has Dumfries. I think Frimpong is the better right back. At left back, you could have Ian Maddison. And I wonder, would Timber have even if he was back 2 months before the season ended, would he have even been in the Holland team? Joshua Zirkzee, a guy that could be in the Premier League next year, at either Arsenal or Man United, possibly more Man United from what I'm hearing. Why isn't he in the Holland team? So sometimes I think, and then obviously they've got their two main central midfielders. The one, is it in Italy? Is it Lazio? Compliments, and of course Frankie de Jong. So yeah, I was proper fancying them until all of that. Again, if the Xavi Simons are on fire, probably. So yeah, all is good. Maybe, but then there's Hato. Ian Maddison could be there soon. He's our natural left back. Do you know what I mean? If he's playing every week at Aston Villa, bruvs, who knows? Ian Maddison could be the guy. I'm just saying. I'm not saying Timber's rubbish. I'm just saying, like, they've got a lot of fullbacks, and I still don't even think with all their fullbacks that they're actually picking the correct fullbacks. I think they're making mistakes. I think, you know what I mean? I think Frimpong should be playing. And Timber, obviously, we're using him as a left back. Do you know what I mean? Maybe they could have done something similar. I'm just saying, perhaps. Maybe they could have done something similar. Don't think I'm going to survive here all the way until the Argentina game. Because, yeah, it's kind of quiet. Shouts out to you, Jean Arby. Back at Arsenal, both eliminated. Oh, it's Poland eliminated. Excellent. Well, at least we can start sorting out their futures because Kiwior, from what I've been told, there is solid interest. Like, it was from Seville on a lot of teams, and then they realised Arsenal being serious, you know what I mean? And I've heard we have had a £20 million bid. I've heard it is in add-ons. But I'm hearing, like Tierney last season, Newcastle, we're not mad interested. Like, we want double the money for Kiwior. So I'm hearing. So absolutely nuts. Let's go and have a look. I will go and have a look at a moment at the actual groups. Let's have a look at the Euro groups. Should we look on my phone? Should we look on the box? Kiwior, I possibly would sell, but the problem is, bros, remember, Saliba and Gabriel were literally flawless. They didn't get an injury last season, which Eric Ten Hag pointed out. He had to play 13 different central defenders and 19 different combinations of central defensive partnerships or something, or something mad, or the other way around. We had 2 defenders the whole season. It brings continuity. It brings a togetherness, a better bond and a relationship. Let me cut to the chase. Touch wood we do, but I believe one of them will get an injury next season. Like Saliba's been flawless and not had an injury since he got to the club. What I'm saying is, bro, you need a third central defender. We haven't got one. Tommy, I don't like in the centre. Ben White is shit. So we're going to need a central defender. If we sell Kiwior, I see us buying the left back Kangaloo to battle with Timber, and then Ben White and Tommy battle for right back, but it's just 2 in the centre. Unless we keep Kiwior or bring in an Osman Diamonde or something similar. That is my worry there. If you want the truth, bros, because we don't like entering battles for people, and no one seems to want Victor Gyökeres, so much to the fact that we're kind of trying to hustle him down. He's got a release clause at 85 million, and he's had a record-breaking season that everyone's screaming about in Portugal, as I'm sure you're aware. Remember, bros, it was a little over a year ago he was just average in the Championship at Coventry. And the year before that, he was even more average at Sheffield Wednesday, I do believe. Victor Gyökeres is 26, bro. So I was almost says 36. He's 26. It ain't like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying he's old, but he's played in England before. And he's played a few seasons in England. At that kind of money, I don't know. If you really was to spend £80 million on this geezer, or close to it, I think you should raise the levels a little bit. Why don't you try go all out? Well, I reckon Newcastle would do business at around 100 million for Alexander Isak, unless there's some unwritten rule that obviously Bruno is going Man City factually, and they won't lose their 2 best players in a season, which there's a lot of sense in that. But fuck it, if he wants to go, like they've been linked with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, apparently had a bid. They're linked with Dominic Solanke. They're linked with Ivan Toney. I believe they already know Newcastle that the writing could be on the wall about Alexander Isak. So what's the truth? He ain't got a £100 million buyout clause. If he has, does it have to be all done in one? Unlike Bruno Guimaraes, where you can get him at £33 million over the next 3 years, paying obviously 33.3 each season to bring it to like £99.9 million. That's the bit I don't understand. What makes Alexander Isak so ungettable? Because if you was, I'm not sure if this deal for Victor Gyökeres is cash. I would imagine it isn't. It's probably, if it's 80 million, it's probably 40 million down, 40 million over the coming seasons. But if it's cash, or if we do worse still, pay cash for him and pay the whole release clause being £85 million, why don't we just go for Alexander Isak? People say he's had a couple of injuries. Well, fuck me. I've been told, and again, very factually, we're hoping Neto is healthy for Portugal and don't get an injury in this tournament. Do you know why? Because we definitely want the Wolverhampton Wanderer winger at Arsenal. In the central midfield, I've heard we've done a deal with Chelsea and agreed a fee. Now, not with the player. The player, when he gets back from the Euros, will talk to us, obviously. But Conor Gallagher has been made aware that Chelsea are about to accept a £50 million bid from Arsenal Football Club for the English midfielder, which I find is shocking. I find it shocking. I find it nuts. John Arby, my phone is so hot. TikTok has ruined my phone battery. Wow. I've changed my Euro prediction to Holland. Maybe he'll be there soon. Maybe Maddison will be there. So Tierney and Kura are back. I'll sell them both. I'd like to see us sign back from PSV. I would also, even though I get scared of people from Holland, but at the end of the day, bro, if it's going to be Neto, another guy that's probably, what, 25, 26? Injury prone? I swear to God, I would go back to Yoko. Problem is, he's from PSV, and I've heard Liverpool all over it. And Liverpool and Arsenal are meant to be after their right back, who's apparently really versatile and can play right midfield and centre midfield. Obviously, Slot is a Liverpool manager. I'm not saying it doesn't mean Arsenal can't get into the bidding. What I'm saying is, again, factually, I've heard we've ruled ourselves out of the chase for Nico Williams. I believe that's because Chelsea, Newcastle, and others, Liverpool, are in for him. Remember, Liverpool, for me, have never properly replaced Mane. There's rumours that the Brazilian Diaz could go. Salah is still up in the air. We don't know if he's staying or going. I reckon he stays for the final year of his contract. What, Scottish people or just media fools? Media fools might do that. Don't have Scottish people would, bruvs. His only mistake for me is I wouldn't play 5 at the back. And I think he'll be a bit better off like with a fit Tierney, a fit Hickey, and a fit Lewis Ferguson in the central midfield as well. I think McGinn, Ferguson, and McTominay as a 3 would have been good. Lewis Ferguson plays in Italy, by the way, for Bologna. And I think if they had Hickey at right back, Robertson at left back, and just went, I don't know, Tierney and some kind of centre back, they'll be better with that three in the midfield. McGinn, McTominay, sort of holding that midfield. Lewis Ferguson just spreading the passes. But then also there's a front three. There's fuck all up front. So they're shit, mate. What do you need? They would have needed to do that before the Euros. What I suspect has happened there is Barnes may maybe have been sort of told, not by an agent, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean. People get tipped off like, yeah, Southgate's watching you, etc., etc., etc. Do you know what I mean? But I'd imagine if Barnes doesn't get a breakthrough, or Southgate quits England and the new manager comes in and doesn't pick him in the first 1 or 2 squads, I'd imagine bang. You know what I mean? Patterson, is he a centre back or is he a left back? I recognise that name. Nice one. Yep, Hickey as well. But remember, Hickey's never left back. They've got loads of left backs, but they play Hickey at right back, and Brentford do that quite often as well. So that's what I'm saying. For me, it's a little bit of it's a bit harsh on him, because give them that Lewis Ferguson as well, because he's had a brilliant season in Serie A. Like they signed him for like £50 from Motherwell, and now they want £20 million from like the Fulhams, the Palaces, the whoever's that want him. But Patterson also, yeah, Hickey, Barnes would be good, but I'm sure there's another guy who's breaking through. Do you know what I mean? True, but have they got better centre halves? At least sort of Kieran Tierney has played in the Premier League, bros. He's played at a lot higher level than any, well, apart from Robertson, any of them fucking Scottish defenders at the back. Do you get what I mean? He's played at a much, much, much higher level. Man, I want to try and get the stream out there one more time, man. This is so super bad. Let me see when TikTok actually wants to let me back on the little press. Shut up. Live. Suspended June 25th. June 25th from 6:30 in the evening.
It's Monday morning.
Mugs. I haven't just saved that, have I? I've just done something weird with that video. I've clicked something. John Albie, why do I do these things? Why do I do these things? Shout out to all the real ones, though. Please be hitting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if one happens to be new. The transfer show, I'm gonna have to be doing a lot more. John Albie's also agreed with me, or even suggested I've got to start downloading. I'm gonna start downloading transfer videos, my real ones. Trying to see if I can get out and connect to other people again. Akers always says, like, Dan, you got to get around that fucking stadium, son. You know what I mean? You're the one that sells the channel. You're the voice. And it's usually them little time for moments. He's right. Crystal Palace away, when we had a couple of arguments away at Crystal Palace. And it was actually with Arsenal fans. How do you lot get tickets? Like, you got to be members these days. I like him, bros. Have I told you the news, though, bros? That's what I mean, bros. This is where Arsenal annoy me, bros. And I'm hoping what I've been told today isn't true. I'm hearing we have 100% pulled out for him, bros. Reason being, Liverpool fancy him, slot the new manager, because it's a reasonable price. Who else fancies him? Who else fancies him? I can't remember. Sorry, Newcastle. Chelsea apparently onto him now because of Michael Olise turning them down, and he's now going by Munich. Leroy Sané is available. The problem is, bros, I've said this to you before. You probably thought I was exaggerating slightly, even though I know you trusted me. But I'll say it again, bros. No one wanted Zubimendi, and there wasn't a stampede for Sesko either, yeah? Oliver, little man, what's going on, my brother? Bro, bad news. So I'll start again, because I was just explaining to you. I don't know if you know, bro. Remember we were talking about players that should come to our glorious club, being Arsenal Football Club. We've missed out on our striker target, Benjamin Sesko. We're very close to completing a 55 million deal, and then suddenly there was a U-turn, and he signed a new deal with RB Leipzig. I'm sure that me and Yui have discussed we will return for him. Letdown number 2 for Arsenal. Arteta actually thought Zubimendi was going to join us. He thought that he would basically fly off and nest his wings and come to pastures new in the Premier League and in England. He says he doesn't want to leave Real Sociedad, and if he was ever to leave them, it would be to Real Madrid or Barcelona. So that's the first 2 targets down. Now, here's a bit of an annoying one. Oliver, Yui, John RB. We've pulled out for Nico Williams. I haven't heard why, but I'm going to put my spin on it. I believe it's because other teams are interested, especially at 49 million pounds being the release clause. So I believe we go for Victor Gyökeres because no one else in the world wants him. We go for Pedro Neto because, well, no one would bid 60 mil for him, but we're going to manipulate it. We'll bid 50, 55, and then we'll send Emil Smith-Rowe or Ramsdale there on loan. And then the central midfielder, the one that depresses me most. Oliver, are you ready? Guess who I believe, and I have been told Arsenal have agreed with his club today, a £50 million deal. So as soon as he's back from the Euros, he'll be getting a cab to Arsenal for talks and personal term arrangements. His name is Conor Gallagher, the England midfielder. So guys, what I'm going to ask you first is, if that is the truth, I reckon if we get out of Emil Smith-Rowe, Ramsdale, Nketiah, and a few others, we probably will go for the Turkish left-back Kangaloo, possibly Hatu at Ajax, because no one in the world seems to be interested in him either. He's all hype. Would we fight Dortmund? Don't know. Dortmund are pissed off. They've just lost Ian Maddison. He's coming back to Chelsea, so he can go to Aston Villa for £37.5 million. Xavi Simons, bro, there's a problem. I'm going to tell you this factually. There's a lot of teams, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Barcelona. So what I've been told is, if Xavi Simons, there was a deal in place for him to go on loan because PSG, and this is factual, brother, I never lie, PSG have kind of publicly and openly said they can't guarantee him a place in their 1 to 11 next season. Luis Enrique, the manager, says he wants him there, but he can't guarantee him that he'll be starting every week. Xavi Simons wants to start every week. So before the Euros, there was a deal in place for him to go on loan for 1 season, like he's been on loan the last 2. Do you know he's been on loan at PSV 2 years ago, and then last season he was on loan at RB Leipzig. So similar to the last 2 years, they were going to send him to Barcelona for 1 season, make him sign a 1-year extension to his contract, and then they said the season after next, he comes back to PSG and fights for his place. Now, here's the problem. Word on road is he's not happy with that. And if PSG don't believe he's good enough, he's willing to join another club permanently now. The problem is we don't know if that's true, because he might just go to Barcelona for a season and be back at PSG. But if he has a very good tournament for Holland, bros, so the next couple of games are vital for Holland, or vital to see if this guy gets a move. Xavi Simons, I believe PSG are not going to let go. He's only 21. They sold him once already. You can go look at this, but they put a buyback clause of 5 million or 9 million euros. They bought him last season back from RB Leipzig for the buyback clause because they knew he was a good footballer. But just when they sold him 2 years ago, bro, 2 years ago he wanted to be a starter for PSG, and they said, "Well, you're not good enough. Like we've got Messi, we've got Mbappe, we've got bro, all sorts. Ousmane Dembele. Do you know what I mean?" So it was hard for him to start. Now he says he wants to start. They're saying the same rubbish to him. Xavi Simons, I'll look into. I'm not going to rule it out, but I don't think Arsenal got the bottle to do it. Barcelona already involved. Liverpool won him. Man United won him. And there's even talk Man City coming. Man City allegedly have agreed personal terms with Bruno Guimaraes, the central midfielder. What do you think about Conor Gallagher, bros? Arsenal like to buy a player from Chelsea every season, every 18 months at absolute max. We like to fund him. But Simons, I don't believe in, to be honest with you, brother. I believe PSG want to keep him. Xerxes, interesting. But again, like Douglas Luiz, you've heard of Douglas Luiz, the Aston Villa midfielder, yeah? We've been linked with him for over a year. We even spoke to his agent. He's in Italy today, bro. He's joining Juventus. And it ain't at big money. It ain't at crazy £50 million, £60 million, like when we wanted him. From what I've been told on Xerxes, no decision has been made, but he has agreed personal terms with Man United. But he wants a few days to assess his options. The rumours are Arsenal might come in and bid the same money as Man United, 34 million to Bologna. That's his release clause. Xerxes, bros, he's good at a few things. I've watched him closely. He doesn't score goals. We need a striker that scores goals. We've already got Nketiah. We've already got Jesus. They fucking refuse to score goals, Ollie. This guy got like 10 goals last year. But what he's good at, bros, he's good at holding up the ball. He's about 6'5". He's strong. And believe it or not, even though he's 6'5" and like Peter Crouch, they say you can't dribble. He's good at dribbling. So basically, he holds the ball well. He's technical, skillful, but he's not a goal scorer, bros. Like, it'd be good to come off the bench. Does he really want to come off the bench for the rest of his life? Remember, he's 23, bros. There's a major tournament going on, and Holland have got 5 strikers out there, and he ain't one of them. They've got Cody Gakpo, Liverpool. They've got Memphis Depay, who flopped in the Premier League. They've got Weghorst, who you know is about 40 fucking years old, and he was at Man United 2 years ago on loan, and he's rubbish. They've got Donyell Malon, who's formerly of Arsenal, at Borussia Dortmund, isn't a regular starter. And who else? Hold on. Memphis Depay, Cody Gakpo, Weghorst, Memphis Depay, Cody Gakpo, Weghorst, Donyell Malon, former Arsenal striker that never made it at Arsenal. So he's not in the Holland team, bros, which makes me worry a little bit. And because the striker's in front of him, I don't rate Weghorst. He's a good worker. He's good at annoying defenders, but he ain't a great striker. Memphis Depay, I've never rated over the last 10 years, whether it was at Barcelona or Man United. Donyell Malon, when he left Arsenal, I expected him to do a lot more in Germany for Borussia Dortmund. For me, he hasn't done it. He's okay. And Cody Gakpo, well, you see him for Liverpool every week. Like, he's okay. Like, he's looked good in the tournament. But why is Xerxes not there? And I'm sure there's a 5th striker I've forgotten. I'm not really seeing anyone impressing me at the Euros that I've never heard of before, if that makes sense. But this is what I'll say. I'm sure I said it to you, or was it just the group I said it? I was like, I'm sure I said it to you, John Arby. I always unearth my new Arda Güler or Kenan Yıldız's when I watch these tournaments. And I've already said, from watching the group games at the Euro so far, I haven't actually seen a talent or a kid that I'm not aware of. Like, we know the 19-year-olds for Portugal, João Neves, Antonio Silva. All right, cool. They're already almost fucking household names. Everyone knows them. But shouts out to Ollie, Jean RB, Yui, Leakers, all the real ones. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we're new. 11 p.m. tonight, live. Or maybe not live on my channel, but yeah, it's a live game. Argentina versus Bolivia. The Copa America is in full swing. I do believe there is 2 games in the Copa America tonight. I'll go check that out. Copa America. Jamaica got knocked last night. No, just 1, as it's saying. Let me just check tomorrow, because it could be just because it's the early hours. Oh, yeah, 2 a.m. There is another one. Oh, no. I don't know. There's just 1 today. It's USA versus Bolivia. Well, again, it's South. It's everyone, isn't it? Well, oh, mate. Antonio scored, for me, what looked like a perfectly good goal. And, yeah. The shot from the midfield on the left foot, bros, for Mexico, it was absolutely unstoppable. The power, everything. Why do people insist on the old texting while I'm live? But yeah, bros, it was a good goal. But Jamaica was unlucky, man. They're not a bad team. Again, Antonio, it's a shame he went a few years younger, 35, do you know what I mean? Not saying he's old or anything like that, but it's a shame for Jamaica. They got Dakova Reed, they've got Damari Gray. Where did Damari Gray go after Leicester and Everton? I can't place where Damari Gray is, but I always liked that guy. And now I've went to look for a telephone number again, bros, and now I can't find it. I can't remember what I was looking for. Well, no, in all honesty, bros, they never expect to do anything like... They've never scored a goal or never won a game in the Copa America. And last night, they lost again. They didn't score a goal. So I think their Copa America record is played 7, lost 7, scored 0, conceded, whatever. But they're clearly getting closer. And I do feel sorry for Jamaica, because I'll tell you what, if they went 1-0 up, who knows, they might have held on to the lead, bros. But it must have been a bit deflating, bros, for them. You know what I mean? I think one of the only sort of successful players in their team, when I say successful, that's disrespectful, like their goalkeeper plays in like the 8th division somewhere in America, and that's in America as well, born in America. So a lot like the top flight, not like LA Galaxy. I think one player plays in Turkey, I think, and it was at a Turkish club I had never heard of, bros. And you know, I've even heard of the Bursaspor and Kadıspor, and bros. It was a different, just call them fucking sport, because I'd never heard of this Turkish team. So yeah, do you know what I mean? The household names is Michael Antonio and yeah, the Fulham guy, Decorah Reed, I suppose. And of course, that's what I mean. And Mexico are a decent team, bros. So yeah, they're punching well above their rate, bro. Their weight, bro. So you know what I mean. I'm dying, bro. John RB, who's still with me, guys? It is a really quiet stream. I'm dying to sort of hold on to 11. I did want to sort of hold on to see if we should just stay on for the old what do you call it? The USA game. Who fucking knows? Do be getting the likes on the video, guys. Do be subscribing if one happens to be new. What is good in the hood? I mean, you know them like devious footsteps coming down your balcony. I'm hearing that, bros. You know them ones there. Just hearing them like yo, what is? All right, let's go this back out of that. What's your thoughts, John? Did the odds? Koku, is it Koku? Do you mean Koku? Is it K-O, Ocho? What do you mean for Turkey? Sorry, for who? Hold on, for who? Sorry. Obviously Mexico or Jamaica. Never heard of him, Raz. And you know, yeah, that's strange for me to be brought out in the name. I don't know, Mexico have got the same old people, the Vargas, isn't it? Germany, Spain, and Italy, Switzerland. How else does it look? How else does it look? I got this wicked thing on my box here that tells you everything, but now it won't tell you who's next. It just gives you every goal scored, every point. I felt a little blip there. Is the internet going to do something funny? Should I come back and do a live for USA? I think I should wait, like you say, bro, till after the groups before I go nutty in. Oh, no, bros. No, I don't think it was. I don't think so. No, bros. Don't think so. Now you're making me think. Who am I forgetting out here? Who am I forgetting? Who's John RB talking about? Shouts out to you, John RB. So fuming with the whole TikTok thing that I can't go live over there. They're bastards. But it's the Arsenal. They're in the usual shoppiness, bros. They've brought out a whole load of new training kits, etc. Thankfully, I'm not in love with it, but I might have to see it up front, like the T-shirt. So basically, I think it goes. They might change our away kit, bros, because one's just blue. Hold on, bros. I'm going to look at that in a second. All right, now let me come back to that. Let me look who this is. Oh, yeah, I think it was him as it happens, bros. And one is what that light sort of blue, turquoise, whatever you want to call it, color for the other. So basically, I brought out two training ranges, tops, hoodies, tracksuits, everything. And they're two different colors. And it's rare they bring out two together. So it makes me wonder. I hope they haven't cancelled the the 3P kit. Look, they just reduced. Remember, we're saying they've just reduced. You know, like my light blue jacket. Look, the t-shirt's 45, reduced to 36. The hoodies 90 to 72. So yeah, last year's training stuff is now coming down. The winter jacket's 150 to 120. They're taking the piss. There will be, but there's no black, bros. There's no black training kits to go with the away. Let me just say it the way it is, the Free Palestine one. Even the green one's still at the same price. Let me get off that because that's going to freak me out. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. I think we're going to have to jump off soon, guys. So quiet. Thank the Lord for Jad RB, Ollie, and anyone else here. Phone's nice and busy. What, you mean like the winter ones? No, I do like that. I like my one. My one's from a few years ago. But again, there's a couple of months that you can get to wear it. Like, I'm not the coldest person in the world. So yeah, November, December. Like, them things I don't like wearing in the rain. They kind of stink and ruin it. But if I wasn't so short, I'm a bit short, innit, bros? I don't mind saying it the way it is. Yeah, I'm too short for that. I'm too short for that, bros. So yeah, mate. But I'd imagine they'll look gangster. You know what I mean? It looks like you don't know what you got to get down there, you know what I mean? If I was a nightclub bouncer on the door, bros, I swear to God, I'd just rock a skinhead and one of them long coats, bros, and sunglasses. My mate said it to me one night. He's like, "Bros, I just want to do a picture. I don't know where this picture is. Yeah, it should have been in my phone somewhere, but it's me in one of them like long Arsene Wenger coats, but not Arsenal, just black. Yeah, it looks like something sticking out the side. Yeah, I got a full skinhead, no hat, no bandana, full skinhead, and fucking sunglasses on." He's like, "Yeah, bros, that's it. I'll put you on any door in London, son." Good Arsenal scarf. I've got a couple here for you, bros, because I've just collected a couple over time, and I never wear scarves, even if it's brutally cold. Don't know what it is. I've never liked scarves. I think one day last year, in the cold, I might have rocked one of my Arsenal scarves because I happen to be wearing red and white. See, that's probably my problem, innit? They're red and white. I think I've got the black currant. I don't know where it is, actually. And I've got one more. I might have an away and a yellow and blue somewhere. Oh, I definitely have to get them to you, bros. The thing is, though, I've slightly creased them because you know what it is? Because I only just hang them up here, like on a wall, like I do, well, with hats you've seen in past streams, whatever. I hung them up on the wall and they just got dusty, so I've washed them and they're a little bit creased, but they're brand new. They've never been. One of them's been worn once. Two of them have never been worn, bros. And they're the actual real deal, the ones that cost me 25, 30 each from the shop. Don't know why I bought them. Bro, they're horrendously priced. Like, if you look at the new range, I'll quickly go back on there for you. It's reasonably the same as last year, but the new training range for the men's tracksuit bottoms are. There you go. That's not as bad. One of them is Adidas training pants, 55. And women's is 55. And training pants. Oh, it's kids. I was going to say it's 40. I thought that sounded a bit cheap. And the other ones, for some other reason, is the pro training pants, but they're 75. That's for the darker blue. And the light blue, that's more suggested to be like our third kit, is the 55 one. So 55 and 75. Brubs, you're joking me. John RB, do you know that's the only tracksuit I never got? So you know I've got the kit to it. I loved it. Bro, I went West End to the Puma shop because Arsenal said basically Arsenal were coming to the end or the end of their deal with Puma. And they were like, nah, bros. That's when I found out how deep the world is. They were like, we don't care if the fans want it. We've sold our quota. We've made Puma their money this year. So we're not even ordering them. We don't care. But try the Puma shop. And yeah, I did try the Puma shop. And it weren't there either, John RB. I was fucking gutted. I was like, so what? I can't get this from nowhere then. And I could never get that pink tracksuit. And you know, I'm not really the guy that buys what you'd call a fake or even chance it, a site that I don't trust. You know what I mean? Because I'm just too paranoid. I'm just too, yeah. But I think it is time to go, John RB. I might come back, but I doubt it. It'll be dead for USA as well. So shouts out to you, the man, the match, John RB, my real one. Please hit the like on the video, bro. You know it always counts. Please subscribe. Anyone, if there was anyone new. I had to buy the tracksuit separately. Seriously, didn't they come together? No. But I totally just missed the boat. And when I went for it, no, what it was, it caught me by surprise. Like, remember I told you I'd done the home top the day after. I didn't know it was coming out. And then, I don't know, I just delayed by a week or so, thinking, oh, I'll get it next week. Bollocks, I didn't get it first, so who cares? I'll get it the week after. I went in the week after, got my fucking top, the actual kit. I think 70 at the time, or whatever it was, 65, if my memory serves me right, for the Puma one, 65 for the away top. But the tracksuit was sold out. Oh, they do sell them separately, sorry. Like, yeah, the jacket will be 75 and the bottoms will be 55, or, you know, yeah, like I've just said. 75 and 55 this season, 40 for the t-shirt. Shouts out to Hussein Juma messaging me. He's messaged the group as well. Oh, I'll look at that in a minute, bruv. But he sent it directly to me. Did he send that to the group as well? He sent it to the group as well. Shouts out to Hussein Juma. I wonder what Hussein just sent me. It's a bad tracksuit. Bruvs, it is. It's gangster, bruvs. Where's my top? I can see it from here, bruv. Go on, John. I'll be break my heart even more. The one to match this, yeah? The one to match this. Break my heart even more. I never wear it. I don't know why. I get pissed off probably because I ain't got the tracksuit. Yeah, this one, yeah? Puma's only decent effort. But because I didn't love Puma, and I don't love Puma as a designer, like I'd never wear a Puma jumper, I'd never wear a Puma trainers. I just don't like them as a brand. So when they started making our kit, it was like, no, fuck you, man. Why is this happening to me? Wow, you lucky guy, because I tried, bros. Do you know what? I might jump off right now. 50 minutes down. Bro, I love you. We've got 10 minutes to the game. I really should have stayed live. Have I got anything significant to do? Walk the dog? Yeah, I've taught the dog on that. John RB, I'm going to go look for that tracksuit. Brother, I love you. I adore you. Shouts out to all the real ones. Shouts out to Ollie, Yui, John RB, the man of the match tonight. Shouts out to anyone that's usually here and ain't here. It has been dead. Please be liking. Please be subscribing. Back on TikTok from tomorrow night, I believe it is. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Live on TikTok, innit? But I have to wear my vicar uniform. You know, I have to get the priest and, you know, the white bit out. I have to be the priest to get the collar out. Peace out, people. God bless, innit? Copper America and Euros will be followed literally every game. Let's just let the knockouts go. I'm humble, I'll be honest. The streams have been way too quiet, like, for whatever reason, you know what I mean? So if the streams are mad quiet, I'm not going to waste nobody's time, especially my good own time, my good time. So I'm going to come back for the Euros and the Copper America in a few days when it is just strictly knockouts. Euro will be first. So the Copper America games seem to be 1 or 2 games a day max. But then again, it's only 4 groups. But I'll go and have a look at that also. Shouts out to you, John RB. Real ones, peace out. Good night. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow on it. I know I'll be going live for a game.